This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
What's up, my movers and shakers? I'm Dave, and this is MS Paints. And this, 30 seconds has passed, is Terminator Genesis, the miniatures game. What can be said about the Terminator franchise that hasn't already been said? Well, as far as the context of Warhammer hobby videos goes, probably quite a lot. James Cameron's 1984 classic was a moment in film history that cannot be understated. Coming from the Roger Corman sweatshop at New World Pictures, cutting his teeth on Piranha 2 and Battle Beyond the Stars, which are both pretty shit by the way. He learned to make a hell of a lot with polystyrene food cartons and fuck all cash. It's a terrifying thought really that the great-great-granddaddy of modern day cinema is Roger Corman, the man who brought us Carnosaur. Without shit like Galaxy of Terror, there's no Aliens, no Terminator, no The Abyss, and no Terminator 2. Movies that essentially shifted the movie industry forward when they came out all stem from this origin point. Yeah, the man who said, rub the giant space caterpillar slime all over your naked body or you're fired, gave us our childhood cinema and changed filmmaking forever. When Terminator 2 dropped in 1991, it was a masterclass in reinventing the monomyth, visual storytelling, and creating an action movie that could engage every part of your brain at once, the sensation, the cognition, and the sentiment. There's a reason it's one of the greatest action movies ever made, is because it's so well made. From concept to final execution, it is basically wall-to-wall perfection. So why am I talking about Roger Corman, The Abyss, Carnosaur, Terminator 2, Terminator, basically everything but Terminator Genesis? Because after all, this is a Terminator Genesis game, right? Yes it is. Well, the reason I'm talking about... Mate, can you turn that shit down, please? Need to get off your lily pad and do a fucking risk assessment or something. Released alongside the movie of the same name, Terminator Genesis, the miniatures game, is designed by Riverhorse and more specifically, Alessio Cavatore. Tony?
Huh? What do you want?
How do you pronounce Alessio Cavatore?
Alessio Cavatore. Hey, we got any bags of ice? I got a rash on my ass the size of the Brooklyn Bridge, you know what I'm saying?
Don't know who Alessio Cavatore is? Come to think of it, neither do I. I'm sure he's worked on something I've played before. Maybe even something well known. Maybe even something legendary. Nope. So yeah, all bullshit aside, and with Riverhorse and Alessio designing, and Renadra manufacturing, and Warlord Games, publishing, the game should have been great. And spoiler alert, it is great. Although it didn't die on release, it was kind of, unfortunately, because of its name alone, destined for a short lifespan when it hit shop shelves in 2015. Despite getting a decent social media push and even being supported with official tournaments, it died. Why?
I killed you.
Yeah. When I saw this movie for the first time, it was the nail in the coffin of the Terminator franchise for me. You know what? I can't actually remember anything about it. I actually stopped writing this script to go and watch it to see what I actually disliked about it so much, and I must be getting soft or something because I ended up really enjoying it. Once I realised it was just a big old fuck around with a runaway budget and it was doing the whole Back to the Future 2 thing, I was like, alright, I'm in. This is kind of crap, but I'm having a good time. Is it what I would choose to build my miniatures game off of? No. But I suppose, how were Riverhorse supposed to know that this movie was going to tank? After all, James Cameron said, oh, this is going to be the best movie since Terminator 2, which isn't a hard thing to reach for. But he was definitely paid to say that. And this is all such a shame, not for the Terminator franchise so much, we buried our dead long ago, but it's sad that the closest we came to a fully realised Terminator Future War miniatures game had to be bundled with the Genesis title. I did some digging around and found an interview with Alessio from Riverhorse, and basically, yeah, they got the game ready with a tight deadline from concept to shelf in about 8 months, which is pretty fucking ridiculous. That's a good job on that. Coupled with that fast turnaround, the intended expansion like the Pops character, that's Arnie to me and you, the Infiltrators, the Hunter Killers, the Flying HKs, the T-1000, Sarah Connor, John Connor, only some of those materialised in stores, and the ones that did were in very limited quantities, and now border on the impossible to obtain.
What's up, guys? Tony here. Alright, I got about 45 seconds to talk about this video sponsor, Squarespace. You know, all of this could have been avoided if our government's military had used end-to-end SSL encryption to protect client and end-user data like Squarespace does. But now, the machines have taken over, I'm hiding under a table from a Terminator, and you still ain't using Squarespace. Squarespace also uses in-browser tools to allow you to see the future of your online business by allowing you to set up a web store in a matter of minutes. So when it comes to web design, unlike a Terminator, you won't be seeing red. Not enough for you? Squarespace has domain subscription features built in so you can seamlessly connect your website to the address that you want. Say I want to go for... somebody get me a phase plasma rifle with a 40-watt range. Hey, just what you see, pal.com. I can get that for as little as $16 a year. So come with me if you want to subscribe and use the link in the description right now and use the code MSPaints at checkout to save 10% off your first website subscription or domain.
So let's take a dive into the game, see basically how it works, see what the miniatures are like, see what the rules are like, see what's in the box, and whether it is worth your time investing in this dead game in 2022. So in the box we have two sides, the Resistance, humans, hominids, and Skynet, the robots.
Cybernetic organism.
Shit, sorry. And we do get a pretty nice battle mat to play on too, double-sided. You do the standard roll-off for priority, and once you've alternated deployment of minis, the game's first interesting mechanic comes into play. The Fate dice. How does it work? Well, it's a d6, but instead of sequential numbers it has 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and Fate. Yeah, Fate, like in the movie, yeah? If you roll a 1, you get 1 activation token. And you can use that on any of your units. If you roll a 2, you get 2 activations. If you roll Fate, well, there's no fate but what we make for ourselves, so apparently you get jack shit. Let's say I got a 1, well, I'm fighting against walking tanks that don't feel pity or remorse, so you better believe that I'm getting this fucking rocket launcher into action. Normally if I wanted to move a character, I'd use one of these templates. Depending on what the model is, it can crawl, walk, or run. But because he's a heavy weapon, he's got to be stationary to fire, and I am going to fire. Yeah, you are terminated. If you have any of the special characters or commanders in your army, you can use your Fate activations to get them up and running, and they can use their special command abilities to activate other units around them. Once your model is done, put a token on him and pass the Fate dice to your opponent, and the process repeats until everything has been activated. Taking a quick look at how combat works, well, if you flip over your movement template, the range templates are on the other side. How fucking convenient is that? To hit things in Terminator Genesis, we gotta go to our character stat sheets, and the majority of chance-based stats are dictated by a specific sided and coloured dice. Which is where I actually decided to write Alessio Cavatore a love letter, because fuck me, that is a good way of doing things. Because this game basically says any number that you need to do a thing is universal across all models, all factions, or whatever, you just have to change the dice depending on what you need. Character's ability to kill things is mostly dictated by what dice they use for the roll. Your standard resistance fighter gets a d6 and they need a 3 or more at point blank range, 4 up at mid, and 5+ at long range. They're just normal people with guns, and their dice reflect that. The endoskeletons get a d8 because, well, they're Terminators. They fucking terminate things, don't they? So because they've got a higher sided dice, they get a better chance to hit. And the number you need is entirely based on the range you're at, and it's same values for every model that fires. When it comes to doing damage, well, she's rocking a plasma gun, so we go over to the plasma gun category, and bam, d8 dice. She needs an 8 to do any damage against Terminator armor. Oh well, shit, no surprise there.
Fucking machine!
Because the hit was a success, regardless of any damage or not, the endoskeleton needs to take a resolution test. For humans, resolution is basically injury, damage sustained, and willpower. For machines, it's being damaged, glitching out, or needing to be turned off and on again.
What's the problem?
No problem.
Universally, every model needs to roll a 6 for their resolution check to be successful. Humans get a d8, which is a hard shit to take. And Terminators get a d20. Yeah, fucking hell, they're not going down easy. Okay, so far so simple. But how does cover work? Most importantly, machines do not take cover. Cool. That was easy. But for human characters, assuming they are not within short or point blank range, they are classed as in cover. The theory behind it is that humans at a certain range are ducking and weaving and dodging weapons fire, so in theory they do get cover bonuses when being fired at from far away. And that is one of the most interesting things about this game, is that the two sides play entirely differently. It's ludicrously simple and can be summed up with the idea that humans have self-preservation, machines just don't give a shit. That doesn't mean you've got a baked-in strategy, because if you're picking from one of the, I think it's 12 to 15 scenarios within the book, and there's probably more online, you still need to adapt those strategies to get your mission objectives done. But it does have an authentic movie faction feel to it, in that Skynet just rolls forward, crushing the fuck out of anything, men, women, children, noisy barking dogs. Oh shit, yeah, and another cool thing, if and when you finally down a Terminator, they've got a rule called I'll be back.
That's original.
And if they survive being killed, they get replaced with this crawling melee-only variant. Warhammer Necrons take note. And when it comes to close combat, yeah, the resistance ain't gonna be that resistant when it comes to getting punched by a Terminator. Yeah, human resistance fighter in a melee situation with a bunch of Terminators probably not going to end well. I know in the movies they just kind of pick you up by the scruff of the neck and throw you around a bit. But in Terminator 1 he does just disembowel a dude. Nice night for a walk. Same goes for Terminators and tanks and vehicles. The Terminator versus the vehicle's armor check can attempt to punch out a truck. Okay, the last little cool mechanic we need to talk about is the time displacement mechanic, which is essentially a character upgraded to being a time displacement agent, and that allows that character to go back into the past and change something in the past to affect the present. And yeah, it's ultimately a glorified reroll. But you are encouraged to have fun with the system and invent a little scenario about how the time displacement agent has changed time. Like, say this Terminator took a shot at Kyle Reese, and Kyle Reese gets shot in the leg, and he's down, he's done, he's out of action, he's fucked it. I can activate my time displacement agent and his little gizmo and say that my agent goes back in time to when Kyle Reese was a kid playing sports at school, and my agent smashes his leg in with a bat. Kyle Reese grows up with a metal leg, and in the future he still has a metal leg. Maybe he's got a short child leg because the world ended, I don't know. And when the Terminator shoots him in the leg, he now has a reroll to save against it because he has a metal leg and it don't hurt as much. Best miniatures game ever. Now everything in this rule set is a lot more nuanced and intricate than I've mentioned. Not to say it's simple, it's easy to pick up and simple in functionality, but in scope, much bigger. This video isn't much of a play-by-play instructional video, it's more of a flavour giver taster, an appetizer. And if you're wondering why there's no painting tutorial in this, well, the Resistance fighters were just contrast paint and dry brush, and the Terminators, well, metal paint and a wash. Yeah, I mean, fuck it, why not, you know? Where do you go from here if you want to get into this game? eBay, sadly. It is worth waiting for a cheap one to go on bids. I have seen them go on bids for like 15 to 20 pounds each. And the benefit also is that no one currently really is looking for this game. It's not in the retro category. It's just kind of in the, oh, I didn't know that existed category. And there were some expansions released for it, as I mentioned, in terms of characters that all have profiles in the rulebook that comes with the box set, but were made and sold after the initial release. And good luck finding those. You'll actually have an easier time getting the leading edge Terminator miniatures. Yeah, do you remember those? Jesus Christ, leading edge came in a little gun case. Weird times. Unless, of course, you saw this on fucking dirty me. Unless, of course, you went and bought this. And look, more Terminator Genesis. Made by Riverhorse and Alessio Cavatore again, but this one's a cooperative dungeon crawler style future war game. Has the main characters from the movie, including John Connor, the Pops, Kyle Reese, Doctor Who, along with some little drones and some more interesting machine models. And you can pick this guy up for about £25 a pop, still brand new. That's how much I got that for in a shop, so just for the models. You know, I think with the stuff in this box and the stuff in this box, I can have a lot of fun with this game actually. Both games, in fact. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun right now. And you know, Terminator model kits exist, 3D printable files are out there. You can just add to this as you want. Maybe bolt action vehicles, toy cars repainted for purpose for the Resistance fighters. Not this toy car though, that is Hector's toy car. So to summarize, to finalize, do I recommend this game? Absolutely fucking yes. It is a really solid and fun game, and at the end of the day, it is still Terminator. Remember guys, the future's not set. There's no miniatures games but what we make for ourselves. Cheers. I'll be back.